Hello everyone, my name is Charlie Muisa and I'm a second year student in Morocco that's going to be taking the ZASAM orientation of Mathematics, Informatics, Physics, MIP. So exactly what is MIP? So this is a formation that deals with courses on the basics of engineering related with mathematics, physics and informatics. MIP has a bit of chemistry but it doesn't go too deep in it. So MIP is a 2-year course. So exactly how is MIP taught in Morocco? So MIP is the learning process of MIP is divided into three parts, namely COOS, practicals, and TDs. So COOS, this is the actual learning of modules which occurs in an amphi, which is a theater. Uh, in COOS, the prof just comes to teach the topics for the subjects or modules and give some examples. There's no actual exercises being done in the course. It's just the topics being taught. But when you come to the TDs, this is where the application of the course is done. So what I mean by this, the students do the exercises with the prof that are related to the course that have been taught before the TDs. And the third one is practicals, which I believe there's no student that has gone through grade 12 without doing a single practical. I believe that's impossible. So during practicals, it's just the same as in Zambia. If you are to visualize practicals, think of the grade 12 practicals that you did, just a bit more advanced. It's almost the same setup. So we can move on to the objective of MIP. So the core objective of MIP is to give students general training in engineering fields, which aims to increase their knowledge in the basics of these fields, so that as they move on to do their desired specializations, maybe for example you want to do electrical engineering, at least you have a background and you know exactly how electrical engineering is done from the bottom to the up. Now we can move on to now the actual modules that you're going to be taking in MIP. So note that you have 4 semesters in MIP, and each semester you have 6 modules. So for the entire MIP, you're going to have 24 modules, and we are going to start with semester 1. So in semester 1, you have thermodynamics, mechanique du poids, tech 1, structure et état de la matière, analyse 1, and analyse 2. So in thermodynamics, the objective of this module is to make students become familiar with the vocabulary of thermodynamics firstly, and then to teach students then to know how to calculate the different energies such as heat, work, and internal energy. And lastly, to teach students to know how to calculate the variations of entropy and then to study thermal machines. We move on to mechanic du poids. This is just point mechanics. The objective of this module is to teach students to master the physical concepts, formalisms, and the basics of point mechanics, and to acquire useful and practical basic knowledge on geometric optics. I remember in physics you did something with angles and lenses. You're going to do that also in mechanic du poids. We move on to Tech 3, which is, by the way, the only communication module you're going to take in semester 1. And the goal of this module is to introduce students to concepts and practices of communication, consolidate the linguistic knowledge of the students. Yeah, so it's basically just to help you with your communication skills. We move on to structure état de la matière, which is chemistry. So in this module, the objective is to give an introduction to the modern basis of structure of matter through the theoretical study of the properties of atoms and molecules. It also gives an introduction to the fundamental concepts of chemical thermodynamics. By this definition, you can tell that this module is divided into two parts, which is thermodynamic chemistry and atomistic chemistry. Then for analysis 1 and analysis 2, you're going to be doing calculus 1 and calculus 2. So in analysis 1, the students are going to familiarize with set vocabulary and different methods of convergence of real sequences and the different aspects of the analysis of functions of a real variable. And in analysis 2, this module aims to give the students different aspects of integral calculus. So it's basically just you are going to just be doing integrals. And we move on to semester 2. So just like semester 1, it's 6 modules. Semester is 6. So at least everyone has by this time heard of algebra. At least you have an idea of what you're going to be doing in algebra from grade 12. So in algebra 1, the objective of this module is to give students a basic knowledge of algebra, which is the factorization of polynomials, the decomposition of rational fractions into simple elements, matrix calculus, and linear structures. It gives you things necessary for the continuation of scientific studies. And in algebra 2, it's just a continuation of algebra 1, and in algebra 2, you're going to be doing matrix calculus and linear structures, the bit of rational fractions here and there. We can move on to Tech 2, and in Tech 2, the core goal of Tech 2 is to introduce the students to issues of interpersonal relationships in a professional situation. You see, so like at work, how you're going to relate with people at work, and to develop students' written and oral skills, and to strengthen the linguistic skills of the student. We move on to reactivation, which is just basic chemical equations. So in this one, you're just going to be studying how substances react during chemical process during a reaction process. So maybe just like the way you've been doing it in you get calcium, maybe plus potassium, carbon, then you see how it reacts. That's just basically reactivation. Then we move on to electricity. This module is very, very important for people that plan to do electrical engineering or anything within the realms of electrical engineering. So in this module, it's going to introduce students to the basics of electricity and help students to master the calculation of the potential and the electrostatic and magnetostatic field created by charge distribution in a vacuum. By this, you learn to analyze an electrokinetic circuit using general theorems in continuous and sinusoidal regimes. And last but not least, circuit electric and electronic. As you've seen, it looks like it's the brother for electricity. Quite common. Yeah, they're quite similar. So in circuit electric, you are going to know how to apply general theorems in continuous and sinusoidal regimes and master the use of electronic components. Can move on to semester 3. And note, by the way, in semester 2, the modules that have practicals are reactivity chemic, electricity, and circuit electric electronic. These three don't have practicals. Although Tech 2, you would say they are practicals, but it's just basically speaking. So You're going to be doing presentations in Take Two, so I don't consider that much of a practical per se, but it's there. We can move on to semester 3, where you have Take 3, structured données, which is now in this semester, semester 3, that's where the actual informatics begins. You have 3 modules dealing with programming, which are notably structured données, algorithm and programmation 1, and algorithm and programmation 2. So we can start by giving the objective of Tech 3. And the objective of Tech 3 is to teach students to enhance their profile. Yeah, to teach students to enhance their profile, prepare students for professional integration, improve student skills for interviews in a professional context. So this is basically teaching you what you're going to be doing during work, like the processes that you're going to be doing during work. In Take 2, it was teaching you how you're going to relate to people during work. And here now, this is actually the work area, how you're going to succeed in interviews and the processes that are just done in business wise. Just to give an engineer a small idea of how the business world works. We can move on to structured domain. And in structured domain data structures, you're going to be dealing a lot with management of data, which is basically just information. So maybe you're going to be given to arrange maybe apples for I can just say maybe for a company there, and then you're going to arrange it properly in order using a computer. So we'll move to analysis 3. And in analysis 3, the objective of this module is to give the necessary knowledge concerning the differentiability of the function of several variables, the generalization of the theorems of finite increments, and the Taylor formula to functions of several variables, the computation of the extremum, as well as the computation of multiple integrals. A piece of advice for analyst 3 is that when you're doing analysis 1 and analysis 2, put a lot of effort in these 2 modules, because if you really do understand analysis 1 and analysis 2, analysis 3 is going to be simple, because you're just going to be they're just adding a bit more, just a bit. It's like just putting salt to soup that's already made. So we can move on to algorithm and programmation 1. In algorithm and programmation 1, it's basically just to introduce students to the basic elements of algorithms and programming in C language. And then for algorithm 2, this is where you understand the fundamental concepts of algorithms and C programming. So it's basically just one module divided into 2 parts to help students better understand. We can now move on to mechanic 2.1. So this course introduces the fundamental concepts of the vectorial approach to the mechanics of of an undeformed solid, like a stone. The best example I give is a stone. So the main objective of this is to develop the ability of students to predict the effect of forces and movements to help design systems in different fields of engineering. Thus, this course will help the students to acquire the following skills: the ability to visualize physical configurations of real solid systems, the ability to model real solid systems, and understand the practical limitations that govern the behavior of machines and structures. The formula of mathematical solution of dynamical systems problems and the evaluation of results. And I feel that is all for semester 3. We can move on to semester 4. So in semester 4, just like the rest, we have electromagnetism, mechanic quantique, analysis 4, which you probably guessed by now is calculus 4, uh, statistic, descriptive, and probability, analyse, analyse numérique 1, système d'information et base de données. So in S4, start with electromagnetism, and this is the study of dielectric and magnetized media. So basically, you're going to be studying properties of magnetic fields in this course, and which will allow you to master the local and the integral formula of Maxwell equations and study the propagation of electromagnetic waves in a vacuum and in an absorbing medium, and know how to deal with the modifications undergone by a wave during its propagation. Meaning, when a wave passes through a media or something, you're going to know how you can modify it and know how to characterize optical waves by applying diffraction and interference phenomena. We can move to mechanic quantique. And I bet this is probably one of the most interesting modules you find, which is quantum mechanics. I feel most students would really want to do this one because it puzzles a lot of people. And in quantum mechanics, it's basically deals with relativity, which is essential for understanding of modern physics. It familiarizes students with new concepts of the new theory, namely the notion of wave function and the principles of waves, which is particle duality. By this, it also helps you to understand Schrodinger equation, which in Schrodinger, the mechanic quantique, you're going to go further with Schrodinger equation, which you are going to see in S1 structure de Lamartine. So as you can tell, MIP, it's connected. Everything that you're doing in MIP is connected. So when you do S1, you're going to find out that S1 and S2 are somehow connected, S2 and S3 are somehow connected, and S3 and S4 are somehow connected. It's just basically doing they're just expanded the chain. So that's what I can say about that. Analysis 4 is just a continuation. You're going to be doing calculus 4 in there. And for statistic, descriptive, and probability, you're just going to be, yeah, it's also like a bit of business, but you're going to be dealing with formulas for statistics and probability, which you've done in mathematics, but they're just going to expand it a bit more to give you different formulas on ways to calculate probability. Then we can move on to numerical analysis, which is analysis numeric 1. So the objective of this module is to enable students to know how to approximate the derivative, just differentiation of a function, and the integral of a function to solve the equation f of x is equal to 0 by different numerical methods. So it's going to be real fun. This is practical and it's important because you're going to be using MATLAB, which you notice that as you're specializing is important. We move on to base de données, and base de données is just basically management systems. The best example I can give of a management system is I can say census. When they do census, they use base de données to group people. So, for example, maybe in Lusaka you have 30,000 people with the name Mwali. This is what you use to group them properly, so that you don't, when you are looking for Mwalis in Lusaka, you don't end up finding a Piri there or another name. And they are done for all 4 semesters. So these are the only modules you're going to be taking in MIP. They might vary depending on the city that you are going to, They might vary. Maybe analyst 4 can come in semester 3, mechanic quantity can come in semester 2. It might vary, but these are the only modules you're going to take. So during after MIP, so let's just say you have done the 2 years of MIP, you are done with the 2 years of MIP. This is what you need to succeed in MIP so that you can get your desired course. So out of the 4 semesters, you need to get an average between 10 and 20. So 10 is just basically 50% of all your modules that you've got. It should be, when you calculate the average, it should be above 50%. Then you can get your desired course. But I would advise people at least you get, as even in grade 12, everyone needed to get above 75% so that you can get a scholarship, or you'll be more favored. So it's preferable you get at least above 75 to 20. You know? And then for the second condition is that all 3 semesters should be validated. What I mean by this is all 3 semesters should be above, the average of all 3 semesters should just be above 50%. And then for all the averages of the 4 semesters, it should be above 40%. This one, if you do the first two, this one really won't matter. And then each module should have a mark above 35%. As I've said, if you do the first two, these two really won't matter. So the advice I can give you, just focus on the first the first two. If you do the first two well, the second two really don't matter. This is to help students. Like maybe if you've not done well, at least it can help you out. And then the courses that you can do after MIPA are civil engineering, mechanical engineering, mechatronics, applied mathematics, and electrical engineering. So MIP is a course that is done by an FST, which is Faculty de la Sciences et Techniques in Morocco. There are many cities that you can find MIP in, but the ones that I've, from my time in Morocco that I've talked to, is in Setat you find, in Fez you find, and in Tangier you find. You can check there are others like cities like Meknes where you find. So these are the three that I've seen that, yeah, these are okay. These are the cities where maybe it's okay. And lastly, just to give students a bit of advice, and I feel this you've probably heard it your whole life. Work hard from day one, work hard from day one. It's not usually the case, but it's very important during university life. It's very important. So the moment you start you get yourself you get on a hard note, you just go in there and you jump in there, you just start studying there. And then this is very important. I don't know, many students really don't do this. Don't be a passenger during lectures. Please participate. Because there are certain times maybe you might not understand the module, but because you've been participating, you'll be able to at least write something or understand just something, or maybe just a formula. So when you are participating, it helps for better learning. And then the third one, if you're encountering problems, let's just say you are participating and you're also working hard, but you're just not understanding the thing. Go and see your prof. I don't know why most students don't like talking to profs. Maybe there's a thing where you fear a bit. It's always, even in Zambia, I noticed that when during secondary school, whereby most students wouldn't, just after classes, they're done with the teacher. It's a done deal. But don't forget that the exam actually comes from the teacher or a prof. So if you have a problem, he's the best decision you can the best person you can go to help you solve that problem, because he's the one that's going to give you the exam. And sometimes, if you are lucky, he might even just explain what he's going to bring in the exam for you. So there's that. And then the last one is, please don't be an island. We know everyone coming here is a genius, and maybe for some of you, you are used to working alone. But like in university life, it's not all the time that you can work alone. There are just certain times where you need help. But if you're an island, how are you going to get help from others if you just want to be alone? So you you make group studies, which is very helpful when it's with the right people. When I say when it's with the right people, don't make a group study with a friend that you know that just after 15 minutes you are going to start laughing. No, that's not advised. You make a group study whereby you know when you're studying with this person, you can go at least even 1 hour, 30 minutes with serious studying where you're solving problems so that you can have your bright future. And I feel that's it for the orientation for MIP. That's it. I'd like to thank you for all those that have made it to the end of this orientation, and good luck.